What's up, everybody? We have some live shows coming up that we wanted to let you know about in case you want to see us live and in person. Mm-hmm. Heather, you start.
Yeah, I have an event. It's in Las Vegas, October 7th through the 8th. I'm super excited. It's a new comedians comedy contest, and if you want to come to Vegas, come see me.
Show up in... I don't think... I was going to give a nickname to Vegas. Show up in Vegas. Yeah. Is there a city City of Sin, right?
Sin City.
Sin City.
Sin City itself.
Sin City itself. We also have a show at the Attic in Columbus, our hometown. We're doing a versus battle hosted by Neff Johnson. Heather and I are going to be battling for who can write better jokes for a premise that has been given to us.
Yes, who will come out on top.
Yes.
Yes.
Who is the better top? October 18th. I will be at the Funny Bone in Columbus for Wednesday Night Jokes Mania.
Woo!
I'm going to be battling other comedians, not Heather, unfortunately, but you know, my everybody in Columbus can catch these hands. You know,
exactly. Oh my God.
Comically.
You mean get your hands in the parking lot?
Yeah, and on stage. It's gonna be
Yeah, well, you're definitely a performer then.
Definitely show up on 10/18 at the Funny Bone.
Exactly.
Watch everybody catch these hands. And then
my God.
2 days later, on October 20th, we will be in Hot Fuss 3 at Upfront Performance Space, performing improv with the illustrious Illuminati.
And our favorite, Barack Lesnar.
Yes, hosted by the man himself, Barack Lesnar.
And those beautiful hats he has.
His beautiful hats, his beautiful jackets. And then finally, on November 3rd.
Dun, dun, dun.
November 3rd, Cheaper Than Therapy returns at Upfront Performance Space. We actually have a ticket link now, and it'll be in the description below, along with all these other links. So be sure to be there or be square.
Come out for some free therapy. Come out to see very funny comedians in the Columbus area and improvers, and improv done by our group called Problem Child.
Yes. Do it. Come see us.
Do it. Come for us.
Come for us. We're back with Comedic Behavior Therapy. I am one of your hosts, Tristan Shea.
And I am your other host, Heather Scott.
And this is a very special episode because it is our 10th episode of the podcast.
10. I don't know where to look.
10.
So I pointed at all cameras.
10. We had to say it 10 times.
Yeah.
For our 10th episode, we are going to be doing a special event or a special game. We have 10 top 10s that we will be counting down. 10 top 10s for 10 on 10. I wish it was 10 o'clock right now. It would be at 10.
I'm glad it's not 10 o'clock because I don't want you at that in my house that late. That's kind of weird.
I have like an 8 o'clock curfew. I have to leave. There's like a bell that rings at Heather's place and it says ding, and she says, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And I have to leave.
Yes.
We have to cut all. We cut
everything off, and then longer he stays, like we start off cutting limbs.
Yeah, I actually I'm missing a finger now because last time I stayed till 8:03. So.
All right.
You know.
All right. So we basically want to do like our top 10 things we like or dislike about any topic.
Yeah, we just threw out 10 different topics. We just wrote a bunch of things down.
We did.
That we're going to count down. Starting with cheese. The top 10 cheeses.
Can you even name 10 cheeses?
I'm going to try my best. I happen to be lactose intolerant, so cheese is not really my forte.
Yeah, I'm also lactose intolerant.
This is going to go great then.
It's going to go great.
Number 10 cheese for me, probably American.
I was going to say American cheese.
Yeah, just the regular old American memories of my childhood, you know, little grilled cheese.
Yeah, and then I would
slices.
say 9, I would say Swiss cheese.
Swiss. You can't forget Swiss. Swiss is like a good
because
it
has
cheese.
holes in it, so you're missing cheese.
Oh, it's good for lactose intolerant people then because it's a little bit less cheese. We should maybe that one should be ranked higher. I don't know.
I don't know.
Number 8. I need another cheese. like a mid kind of cheese, because I think of better cheeses. Another mid kind of cheese. Let's go with cheddar.
Cheddar. Yeah, I was gonna say
Regular
cheddar. Monterey cheddar. So 7. I was gonna say Colby Jack, but I really do like Colby Jack. But it's kind of like
man. See, this is we have to. I don't know if we're doing a consensus, but I think Colby Jack would rank higher for me.
Yeah, but I would want to do the fancier cheeses higher. You know?
Yeah. So that was 7. 6. I'm gonna say pepper jack.
Pepper jack is
those
good.
little spicy bits in there.
Little spicy bits.
I love spicy bits. Dude.
That was my nickname in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Was my nickname too.
Oh my God, we go to the same high school? Wait, no, because you went to high school in your mom's garage.
Yeah. My brother called me Spicy Bits.
Okay.
Monterey, or no. We said Pepper Jack.
Yeah.
That was number 6. Number 5. What's number 5? We need
I don't know.
the most like mid cheese. It's so hard when you don't eat cheese a lot.
What's like a good range of I would say mozzarella.
Yeah.
Because mozzarella is good, but it doesn't have any flavor itself. You have to put other things with it for it to taste really well.
Mozzarella is a team player cheese.
Mozzarella is better when they're with someone else. Usually, like a person, like if someone is very a mess when they're single, they're usually better with someone else.
That's mozzarella.
Yeah, it's mozzarella.
All right, mozzarella. So we need number 4. Number 4 for me is probably got to be like brie.
I was literally going to say brie too. Why are you reading my mind?
We got cheese connection. It's the cheese connection.
I got like a really good like burger like at One Red Door, and they put brie on it, and it was so good.
Brie cheese, no, it's amazing because it melts better than any other cheese. It's so good. Especially, it's like the cheese that I think pairs best with like fruit. Like a sweet fruit flavor and the brie, and then you bake it, dip some bread in there, and then spend the rest of the day in the bathroom.
So fucking upset that I can't. Okay, but have you ever had like the pill where it's like the lactose or lactate, and that you still got sick?
No. So here's something. We gotta wait. That was number 4. So we gotta remember we start with number 3 because I'm gonna go on a tangent here. So when I discovered that I was lactose intolerant, I was probably like 16. And it took me a little while to realize that like that was what was making me so sick was dairy. And then I discovered those pills. And so I started taking like the lactase enzyme. And then I swear that like because I just didn't change my diet at all and use like the enzymes, like my body learned how to process dairy better. Like I bullied my own system into being able to digest dairy.
Wow.
And it's still like still can't do like straight up milk. But it's like ice cream or like cheese, yogurt, all of that. I basically looked at my stomach and I was like, you will comply.
Wow.
You will digest. We will process
do that
cheese.
Then.
Yeah. Don't tell your stomach who's boss. You are in charge of your cheese consumption, not your digestive system.
I like how this like just basically goes back to the old saying like you're your biggest critic or you yourself are your biggest bully.
Your stomach is a hater.
And no, you are bullying your stomach.
Oh, well, I view it the other way. I think my stomach was being a bully because it was trying to deny me cheese. And like cheese is the best.
I don't know what you're looking at.
I'm looking at the cameras. I'm looking at our audience.
I don't know. Because there's one there and there's one there. I don't know where to look. So I keep looking this way or that way.
This one probably can't see you. So every time you look at this one, this one is just, you're looking off to the side.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll look at you.
That one's the wide angle.
That's why I'm looking at that one.
Yeah, so the wide angle's fine.
Okay, so I'll just look this way then. I don't know.
That one probably just sees your hands. So, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going here to here. You go
so wait, what's number 2 or 3?
Number 3, cheese. Number 4 was brie. Number 3. Oh, Havarti. Havarti cheese is another good melty one. Especially with like the dill. Have you ever had like dill Havarti?
I've had Havarti before, but I can't. Is it more like kind of tangy, but it's like not.
I wouldn't describe it as tangy. It's a softer cheese, but not as soft as like as brie or like feta or something like that. It melts very easily. Yeah. It's so good. It's like very mild, and then you put a little bit of dill on it.
You're actually like a cheese connoisseur.
I fucking love cheese, dude.
You're like, but I can't have it.
But I can't have it.
Okay, wait. Number 1.
No, it's number 2.
Oh no. Okay, yeah.
We have 2 more.
Okay, fuck. I don't know.
Pick a number 2.
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese. That's an interesting number 2. I would rank that lower probably.
To be honest with you, I don't think I can name any more cheeses.
You just thought of the first one you could. Okay, so our ranking based on cheeses we know. Number 2. That means we need a top cheese. What is the one cheese to rule them all?
So we need to figure out who the big cheese is.
The big cheese. I think the big cheese. God, I think we've named every cheese that I know. No, wait. What's the one that is wrapped in wax?
You mean like the little bluebell?
Yeah, the like baby bell ones. That's not gorgonzola, is it?
I don't know, but I agree that is number one.
Yeah.
The blue when it's wrapped in the red wax.
Yep.
That's number one.
It's the best. That is the best cheese according to our arbitrary ranking.
Please send us the little bluebell thingies wrapped in the wax.
Did you know that apparently like that's a way of preserving cheese? Like you can dry cheese out and then dip it in the wax and then it will be like shelf stable. You don't need to put it in the fridge.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I heard that you can do that if like you just buy a block of cheese and you like dry it out for a couple days and then wrap it in wax. And then that's like prepper type thing. You just have infinite cheese.
Could you imagine just like you're such a prepper, you're like, hey, I have to have cheese for my sandwiches.
Yeah.
like if you're a
zombie
prepper,
apocalypse.
if you're like a prepper, like the last thing people would probably be trying to do is like preserve cheese, but somebody out there just might really like cheese. Like
I think I'm that person. Yeah, I think I'm that person. I'm like, listen.
If the world is gonna die, I'm gonna do it.
The economy is falling apart. Society is collapsing. But at least I still have cheese.
That's already happening now, and you don't have cheese.
Yeah. I need to catch up. I think that right now we're at the level where like just the knowledge that you can preserve cheese, that's all that I really need.
I feel that way too.
And I need to make sure that like the graph of like society collapsing and then my preparation for making cheese, like there needs to be like a sweet spot where it crosses
We're
over.
actually like, if there's a graph, we're at like almost like the top of like the collapse.
You think that it's like society is that close?
I think it's closer than it was 10 years ago for sure.
Well, yeah.
I think it's because just like the wealth inequality and like people will not be able to do or afford basic goods or afford basic like services. I mean, like there was a baby formula shortage. I mean, like transportation. I mean, there was no truckers to drive food, and like most grocery stores only have food for 3 days for the local population.
That formula shortage was like perfect timing for when I had my kid.
Exactly.
Like, because like we had to do formula, and then like a couple months later they were like, yeah, there's a pandemic and drivers can't deliver the formula, so good luck. And so we had to kind of like stock up when we could. Yeah. Because otherwise our like kid was not going to eat.
Yeah, like literally that's what I'm saying is like, yeah.
Which probably means that, I should have started preserving cheese then.
You have Heather, you want to try my 3-year-old cheese? And it's like weird and chalky. I'm like, this is great, buddy. Wait, do they just like, so if you dry it out and then you store it, do you have to like put water on it to like give it a little, or
to like get it up?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to.
I mean, just to make it more edible. Like, do you like kind of like dip it in water, or do you soak it in water to make it more like?
No, because it doesn't dry it out completely. What you're doing is basically like extracting some of the fats from it that like make it spoil, and then it turns it into a drier cheese, sort of like
right.
I don't know cheeses.
No, okay.
One of the drier cheeses though that exists,
that dry cheese, that one.
The dry cheese, Asiago maybe. Is Asiago dry? I think.
I don't know.
This was a good ranking to start with. So our let's see. Do we want to do an out of pocket ranking next, or
sure.
Okay? Our next ranking is things that you don't want to hear in bed. Top 10.
Top 10.
We should do this one in reverse, of what we did last time.
What's
the number one thing that you wouldn't want to hear in bed?
Are you done yet?
Wow, I was going in a different direction, but are you done yet? Yeah. That would destroy a person's confidence. You done yet? I was gonna say the condom broke.
Oh, that's a different kind of
That's our
hit.
top 2. Yeah.
That's a kind of different hit. Is it?
We'll say like.
Is it in?
Is it in? Yours are all like just destroying a person's confidence. I feel like you've torn some people down.
My confidence has been destroyed.
Oh, this is like this. You heard those kind of things.
Well, I don't know.
Someone had to ask you if it was in.
Somebody asked me if it was in.
Yeah. How did that make you feel?
It was like I wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
Like I was my girth in with.
Yeah.
didn't even
You felt like you needed like some pills. Some like magic
I feel like I
pills.
needed a gin and tonic and a gun to shoot myself.
Oh no. Listen. Every size matters, okay? Every size matters. It's not.
You matter too.
Size doesn't matter. It's what you use, how you use your equipment.
We stand a short king.
Yeah. A short, no girth, micro king.
Micro king.
Micro king.
Oh my God. That's so bad.
That's number 4. Hell yeah, micro king.
Okay. I would say number 5 was like it's like not during, but it's kind of like afterwards, and you're like, oh, like how was that? Did you like? And they're like, you're not really good at giving head.
Oh.
But like you're just not
Head
really.
shame.
You're not really good at it. I was like,
I love how yours are all from experience.
what else would they be from?
Mine are just imagining. I'm like, what would I not want to hear?
What would you not want to hear versus like what did Heather actually experience and then go cry about in her car afterwards?
Yeah. Okay. Number 6. This is very difficult. Number 6 would be, I think I pulled my hamstring.
That is so funny and embarrassing.
I don't know if that was
something. Or some people might be like, either just it demonstrates how out of shape you are, or
you're going hard,
or it demonstrates how hard you went, that you actually physically like hurt yourself.
Yeah, but I think that if I heard someone say that, it would just be like, then I would like, it would be like a pity thing. I would just be like, oh no, let's take you to the doctor, and then you have to like.
Wait, so I thought
you're like gonna be like tent poling in the emergency room.
I thought you were gonna be like, you would just make them lay down and then you would just keep going because it would be because of that it would just be a pity fuck. That's what I thought you meant. I was like, you would keep going.
There's 2 kinds of people in this world.
You're like, no, it's okay.
Let's
just
go to
lay
the
down.
emergency room.
No, let's finish and then I'll take you.
That's 6. What's 7?
What? Okay, yeah. So something that like is like more of an like not as bad.
Yeah, because we've done like the worst ones.
Gosh, I don't know. It's just like
I'm gonna say number 7 would be like a condescending. No, that was great.
I think that ranks higher though, in my opinion.
Yeah, we missed that one.
That
honestly.
ranks higher. Like no, I liked it, and then they never call you back.
Maybe this isn't like a ranking. It's just a 10 things you wouldn't.
You wouldn't want to hear. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
like that's not right though. That's just like 10 things you just wouldn't want to hear.
Right, because we didn't like prep these lists.
No, we
time.
didn't. Wait,
No.
okay, what number are we on? Wait.
8.
God, I was gonna say one. You call them like the wrong name is said.
Oh yeah, that's just like a blanket, like calling them the wrong name.
To be honest with you,
or being called the wrong name. I guess.
I don't know if I've ever been called the wrong name, but
I have not either.
I've never been in the moment and called someone a different name. I don't think.
No,
But I've heard about it.
Unless I've had like some kind of dissociative experience, that's never happened. I don't remember doing that.
And then you're just like in the middle of it, and you're like, Gary! Everyone, and then like the woman is like, my name is not Gary. He's like screaming Gary. He's like screaming out for Gary.
Oh my God. That was 8, right? So number 9, yeah, for sure I'll call you. Like a fake.
Oh yeah.
Like obviously
yeah.
fake.
No, I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll definitely call you back.
Yeah.
We need one more. Number 10.
No, the worst is like when you after like, you know, you got on a date, you maybe hooked up with them, and then it's like the next morning, and then like they literally have to like be like, yeah, that was great, but then they like literally come to you like another time, or they like they're like, I don't want to do this again. Like they literally sit you down and are like, I actually don't want to do this again, and this cannot happen again.
Yeah, like no.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our 9 and 10 then.
Yeah.
One is like a sarcastic one, and one is just really legitimately being told, yeah, no, this isn't for me. You're not for me.
Nope.
That rejection. That was probably actually number 1. Probably number 1.
when they actually, like, after the act and, like, maybe going on a date, they're like, yeah, that was a mistake. Like, that wasn't for me.
Yeah. But, I mean, the honesty. I appreciate the honesty.
It was got a free ride out of it.
Yeah. And we just, we love the open communication. All right, so our next, I feel like we're...
Fuck you, Mike. I'm kidding. His name wasn't Mike.
I feel like we're running... I don't know if we're running through these quickly or if we're going to run out of time. So I feel like we should get through them all, and then if we have time to do other stuff, we can. A more lighthearted one, top 10 karaoke songs.
Oh, God. I don't know if I could name top 10 songs off the top of my head.
Yeah, we just need like 10 like random songs.
Definitely Lady Gaga song in there somewhere.
Let's a specific one.
Poker Face.
Oh, Poker Face would be a good one.
Disco Stick.
Okay, so that's 2 Lady Gaga.
Disco Stick.
What was the one that you sang last time? Dance Monkey?
Dance Monkey was pretty good. And my favorite one is by All American Rejects.
Oh yeah. Is it? No, it's not Gives You Hell. What's the other one that they did? Dirty Little Secret.
Dirty Little Secret.
Dirty Little Secret. Yeah.
I always sing Dirty Little Secret by All American Rejects.
I love Under Pressure by David Bowie's pretty good.
That's good.
I was also trying to think of the other one that has
Captain Tom, Rocket Man.
That one actually, I tried that one. Rocket Man's good. Rocket Man can be number 6. I was thinking of Don't Stop Me Now. Is a good one.
When Jay sang Down with the Sickness by Disturbed.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
Number 8. What are some other good ones I've heard? I've always thought Jump by Van Halen would be a great one. I haven't done that one yet, but it'd be good.
What's another good one?
Oh, we need
Give us your top 10 karaoke songs in the comments below.
Yes. We only need one more.
We are 2 idiots on a podcast.
I haven't been to karaoke very much in my adult life.
I've probably been like more than you, and that's not saying much.
Yeah. So a 10th song.
A 10th song, I would say, would be some sort of like duet song.
Yeah.
Some sort
or
of
like Britney Spears.
Toxic.
Britney Spears is always, Toxic.
I did Toxic, and a lot of people like that.
Yeah. There we go. There's our 10 karaoke songs. I always I have this like weird obsession with doing like musical comedy, but then haven't had the opportunity to do it. Like every time we're like gonna like write a sketch or like do improv, I'm like, but what if we did a musical?
You're good at thinking on your feet and rhyming stuff, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna.
I think that's what it is that
even
I have
attempt.
Like rhyming words. I'm like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay. Well, he was racist.
Okay. I mean, I just redacted. He was.
No, I think it was anti-Semitic or something.
He was misogynist, I think. He was like anti-women.
I thought it was also anti-Semitic.
Maybe, but I thought he was Jewish though.
I don't know.
Was he like an anti-Semitic Jew? He's like, yeah, I should look it up. I don't want to look it up.
No, okay.
I don't want to look it up.
No, you don't want that on your laptop.
No. Dr. Seuss, racist.
Dr. Seuss, racist.
He definitely did write some racist things. Some of his books basically got taken out of like school curriculums for racist themes. I think it was, now I can't remember which ones. There's definitely some that have been taken out though. Yeah, he was racist. Okay, so I rhyme like Dr. Seuss. That's different. I don't have his ideology. I'm not.
Moving on.
I'm not a racist. All the time. No, I'm kidding. This is a good one. 10 relationship red flags.
Oh, relationship red flags, or like you're getting to know them before you're in a relationship red flags?
Either one.
Like they're just not, like they don't know how to take a shower, I would say.
Hygiene. Yeah, big one.
Hygiene.
One for me, way too into astrological signs. That's a red flag to me.
Red flag.
Like, don't judge me based on when my fucking birthday was.
But like, what if it's accurate though?
It's accurate sometimes, but a lot of those are like, it'll just be like, you really like to have your day scheduled. And I'm like, who fucking doesn't, dude? Like,
I don't really.
Okay.
I make a schedule because I have to.
Because I need it. I can't function without it.
Oh, who doesn't like having a schedule and adhering to it? Red flag is never mind. I was just saying red flag is having too much of a schedule, but I can't say that.
Having too much of a schedule. I think having that would be like a red flag. That was like,
I mean, that's my boyfriend already, so he's like so extremely scheduled. But he has to be because of his ADHD.
It can be a red flag still, though, even if you're in a relationship with someone like that.
I think it's actually a red flag if you're always like busy with like 30 different things, because I feel like you are trying to distract yourself from like
a lack of self-care.
Lack of self-care.
That's the red flag, yeah. Because if they can't take care of themselves, how can they take care of you?
Well, you should. Well, yeah, let's just say you wanted someone to take care of you if you were having a hard time, but not 100%.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, I was like, because they won't be able to care for you. I'm like, why would you need someone else to care for you? I was trying to like
be like whimsical.
You're nine, I got it. Yeah.
Another one would be, just doesn't listen. Like,
yeah.
Someone who just, like, anytime you try to like tell them about something, they just kind of like make it about themselves.
What?
Oh, I knew a guy.
No, what did you say?
Huh? I was setting you up for that. Yeah. Yeah, not listening. What did we say? Hygiene, self-care. No.
They eat loud all the time.
Yes. Obnoxious chewing.
But it's every single. It's occasionally like you're like. Okay, like it's occasionally because like you're really hungry, you're eating really fast, but like every single time.
Yeah.
That I just can't.
It also would be really frustrating if they did that on a podcast.
Yeah. I know, it's probably so annoying.
Major red flag.
Because I'm always like eating and like drinking liquids, but like I need to like. I don't know, I feel like I need to do something else if I'm going to be sitting down. Does that make sense?
There's nothing wrong with eating or drinking liquids. It's just when you lean into the mic and do it.
I do this because Tristan listens to this like almost for 3 hours at a time. And then the first time he mentioned it and he was really angry, I was like, I'm going to do this out of spite.
Yeah, I made it a game now.
To see just what?
No, I made it a game for you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done.
I shouldn't have said anything.
You shouldn't have rewarded me with the like annoying you.
With the attention. Now you're like, la, 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 la. Every time I'm going to eat popcorn. You're like, let's have cookies. You literally baked cookies for the podcast. Like,
well, that's because there was going to be like 4 people over that one day.
That's true. Yeah.
I wanted to be a good host.
Yeah, but
red flag, you're not a good host.
Red flag, you don't make cookies for your guests. I think that was 6. I am that red flag. I'm not a good host. When people come over, like it's always Summer who like does things for like gets things ready or whatever, and she's just like, did you like offer them like anything to drink? And I'm like, oh, my bad. It's just I'm a terrible host.
Yeah.
I'll own
red
up
flag.
to that. Yeah.
Red flag.
I definitely have that red flag. Number 7, narcissism. Big red flag. Only caring about themselves.
Yeah, you start to figure out that after maybe 3 months, maybe they really don't care about you and they just care about what you do for them.
It's so hard to catch it though, because it's just like, oh my god, like they're so like driven and like whatever.
They're so driven and they have a really good career and they're so charismatic, and you know he's a charmer and he likes to talk about himself a lot. And then when I asked him to do me a small favor, he blew up at me, but then he asked me if I could come to his mom's soiree with him. And then we've only seen each other for 2 weeks, and he introduced me as his fiance.
This is, yeah. I feel like this is also from experience, isn't it?
I will not can confirm or deny if that's a real experience.
That's code for yes. Number 8.
Crazy, like to the point of like dysfunction, like not dysfunctional family, everyone has that, but they let the dysfunctional family make decisions for them and their relationships,
enmeshed in their own family. Yeah That's
like,
a bad one.
Like the mom, like especially if they have like the mom is like, you can't date my son, or like you can't date my daughter. You're like, what? Yeah,
when Summer and I first started dating, I like ran into that where I was like, I had to like be like the middleman, and I like, let me tell you how many times that I've like fucked that up, where I would be like, well, like she just feels like this because of this thing, and then like they would be like, it was like the message got put across like wrong, and then I would be like, no, it wasn't like that, it was like whatever, and then like it made things so much worse.
You were the messenger for your wife?
Yeah, and my mom.
Oh.
That's red flag number 9.
I thought you meant like her parent didn't like you, so I was like, you were. Oh.
No. My mom was the one who was, but now they're cool.
Great.
Yeah, that's growth. No, red flag number 9, not having a growth mindset. Someone who they just never.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
they don't develop as a person.
You like, if you're like, there's a difference between like, I like where I am, I'm comfortable here, blah blah blah, but you don't always have to be improving. But it's good to be like, hey, I want to advance my career, or if I want to advance this project, like a personal project.
I think by not having a growth mindset, I mean a lack of self-awareness.
Oh, you mean like personal work? Like,
yeah.
Like not like maybe like divulging into yourself, maybe like
not like worshiping productivity,
like therapy, or maybe like just understanding why you operate the way you do.
Yeah, or like openness to feedback.
Oh, okay. Because when I was like, everyone's like, I have a growth mindset, I'm driven to my career, and all my friends have 401ks, and
oh yeah, I don't mean that. I don't mean like that.
That's what I thought you meant. I was like, yeah, I'm like, I am very open to advancing my career and like doing creative projects and working on my latest and greatest thingamabob, but like, yeah, I feel like it's okay to be like, you're allowed to like be happy with your current job, your current friends, your current house, like. But yeah, self-improvement, self-awareness.
Yeah. I agree though, yeah. Being content with certain things in life is very important. Or like being grateful, being content, because if you like always want more, you're probably never going to be happy.
Exactly.
Yeah. We need one more red flag.
One more?
Yeah.
Gosh.
I think we did 9.
What's just like, because like somebody always is like, I saw her wear Birkenstocks and I said no. Like,
oh, like fashion?
Or just like, what's something just like so random like that it's like, oh, they call it an ick. What's like, you're just like ick.
An ick for
That's
me.
like just like an immediate like, no, it doesn't, like they don't even speak to you. Or maybe it could be like a hat, or like a habit, or like a, I know a lot of people say like they don't like it when people are rude to like wait staff, or they treat people poorly, but yeah. I meant like, what's instantaneous, you're just like, ugh.
I think an ick for me is when people are sort of like social chameleons. Like, it's like they have one personality for like this group, and because I mean everybody has like different jokes that they make with different friend groups or things like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when their whole personality is like different based on the situation. So it kind of goes with like the lack of self-awareness, but like a lack of self-identity. I had
a friend like that were like, I'm a social comedian, and they were like, not comedian.
Yeah, comedian.
A social chameleon. I match my personality for the group and the people I'm with, and they're like, well, versus you, Heather, you're just always who you are in every single group you're in. Mm-hmm. But she also had way more friends at the time, but she was also the crazy one. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the same roommate I talked about. It'll make you very popular because everyone thinks that like, oh, like they're so much like me, but it's like, no, they're not really. Like that's just like the persona that they put on. They literally, we had conversations about that, and she's like, you're just always yourself, and that's like, okay, but, and I was like, and I felt ashamed of that. This girl had me so fucked up. That's why it's a red flag. Yeah, I was like, honest to God, this girl had me so fucked up. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, so, I don't have as many friends as you, and I'm just always myself, and I say what I think, and I don't really pretend. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's really bad of me. Which the thing is, like, you were still in college at the time. So, oh my God, I was like 21. So, yeah. And she was like, she had like a more secure job, and she was very confident when she spoke and talked. So you're like, oh, she seemed like an authority, but really, yeah, she wasn't. Well, and at that age, you think you need so many friends. Like everybody's social circle is so big, but like the closer I get to 30, I'm like, no, I want like 2 or 3 really good friends, and that's all I need. Yeah, I feel the same way. I just wanted more. I wanted like people that are in the same place as me. Like, we're all mentally healing and we're recovered, and we're not having crazy episodes, and we're not partying, we're not crazy drinking, we're not like, you know, we have stable jobs, we have stable relationships with family and like our, you know, our significant others, whatever you would say. You know, I mean, you have a kid, I don't have a kid, but here nor there, like more family oriented, like kind of family oriented, but it's not 100% family oriented.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like the next stage of life.
Like once you get out of early adulthood, stability does become really important.
Yeah,
and it's funny. I think I kind of struggle with that, like transitioning into that. Is that like there's certain pieces of stability that I really like, and then there's certain pieces where like stability almost scares me because like I'm like. So I think it's a matter of like figuring out like what kind of stability is good and like grounds you, and then what kind of variety will like keep your life interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that's why it's important for like, especially parents that like have parents. I mean, people that have kids, that they have their own friends. They make sure they have time for like social gatherings. I mean, I understand it can't be all the time. Yeah. I mean, we see each other quite frequently because we're still working. We're working on like creative content, and we just so happen to be friends, and we are trying to do like a business thing together, and we both go to like open mics and stuff. So like we see each other like, I would say almost like twice a week, 3 times a week. Yeah.
But it's all about finding like balances. I think, as you get older.
I think those are
I think we got 10. Yeah, we got 10 red flags. So our next list of 10 things would be a simple one. Top 10 animals as pets, or animals you can have as pets.
Cats.
Right. Cats, dogs.
Rabbits.
My sister has guinea pigs.
So
that's 4. I know that like someday, and probably someday soon, I'm going to have a frog as a pet.
You probably will.
It needs to happen.
I was going to say like a hamster.
Yeah, those are easy.
I was going to say rat.
A rat.
Snake.
And birds. Like
birds.
Parrots and stuff. Yeah. We had birds for a little while. They were like, when I was growing up, we had zebra finches, which are like these little birds with like an orange beak. They're super cute. We started out with like 2 of them because they like companionship or whatever, and didn't realize that they were male and female. And so then they started having eggs. Like they started like laying eggs and having babies and everything. And the problem is that like it wasn't like, oh, now we have too many birds. It was that like so many of them died either before they hatched or shortly after. Like I think only like 1 out of each like what do they call that?
Clutch of eggs.
Clutch. Yeah. I was like, it's not a litter. Yeah, I think like only like 1 out of each clutch like made it. And it became really sad because it was like we were just watching all these baby birds die. So we eventually just had to get rid of the birds.
You just got rid of them because you just didn't want them to die, or because there was like...
Because we had to separate them. We were like, we can't manage like this many birds.
How many birds did you end up with before you got rid of them?
I think we kind of got up into like double digits because they just kept having babies.
Yeah.
And we couldn't stop it.
I've heard of like another, like where I used to work, they had like these like birds they kept at the office, but the birds were related.
Yeah.
And they let the birds were breeding, so they were having like all these like inbred birds born with square heads or something.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Probably like,
because you have to separate them.
Messed up beaks and yeah, funky ass inbred birds. I need that like visualized. I need that.
They're like, it was born with a square head. I don't even know how that's possible, but I was like, Jesus Christ.
Wait, you used like a very like southern accent. Like, were these people also inbred? Is it like?
No comment.
It was like down in the South. Can we do a bit about that? Oh no, Deborah! Look at this bird. Looks.
Oh my God.
Doesn't it kind of look like Uncle Tom?
Oh my God, you're right. It has a square head.
It's a square head, right?
What?
Yeah.
What? How would it have a square head like Uncle Tom though?
Oh, because the birds they were related.
Oh.
Just like
that makes sense.
Just like Great Aunt Jenny and
and then they had brother sister, and then they had Uncle Tom
and Grandpa Jake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Grandpa Jake was in there as well. Yeah, he was.
That's crazy though. These birds. I didn't know birds could do that.
I know. I didn't know. Do you think our kid's gonna look like that?
Maybe because like our aunt and our dad are
No, because we're also related. You idiot. You're my husband. My
brother husband. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you're my sister wife.
Dang, we're so inbred we don't even know who we are.
Maybe my head's square.
Oh my God. And that's why they said you have a square jawline. It was just your head.
It was just my whole head, yeah.
Wow.
You can't tell because of the hair, you know.
Oh my God.
Goes off in all different directions.
Oh,
but it's a little.
I don't know if this will work. I think I have to go with Cousin Billy now.
Cousin Billy? Is it because he's round?
He has an oval head.
I always knew I was going to lose my sister wife to Cousin Billy. That was stupid.
Yeah.
Such a stupid bit. We did 10 animals, though. 10 animals.
Oh, my Lord.
That was not the list that I was expecting to do a sketch from, but I was like, I really want to do like a oh no.
You sound like Peter when he does, oh no.
Well, because that's a, my ancestry is from like the Appalachian area, and so is his. So I think we both have that like in our blood.
Okay, then
The inbred mountain
what's
people.
that? What's your character from Appalachia then? What's their name?
Didn't you give me what did you name me? Oh, you didn't name me
I don't even know. Henry? No.
Henry. I like Henry though because I can be Hank.
Okay.
Hank. That's my character now. Oh no. Deborah.
What do you want, Paul? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Paul.
I don't know.
Paul, brother, husband, whatever you want.
I don't know. Whatever you want to call me there, Deborah.
Have you seen that video that's going around where he's like, you can call me whatever you want, but don't call me that? Like,
No.
this guy on a boat, and someone said, like, imagine learning English as a second language and trying to decipher that sentence.
Oh, actually, I think I've seen that. They're like, when you learn English and then you go to the South and you don't know what anyone is saying.
it'd be so difficult because all the different like accents or like dialects in America are so different from each other.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait,
are we gonna do top 10 sex positions?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my favorite, the reverse Mongolian.
Reverse Mongolian.
Yeah.
Right. Where you have like a bow and arrow.
Yeah, so you have schlong, then you got, the string.
Yeah.
Funk.
Funk.
Yeah.
Funk. Funk. Yeah. That one's pretty great.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. And you like pillage villages.
Something gives pillage.
I was gonna say, and villages means vagina.
Sorry.
Or something else.
I'm like kind of sick, so I'm like wheezing.
Reverse Mongolian, yeah, that's a good one. Well, I mean, everybody likes missionary, right?
I mean, you do come from a Christian household, so.
Yeah, missionary with the lights off, covers on, blindfolded. You can't see.
No.
God didn't intend for people to see each other during sex.
So do you think there are people that actually literally always did it with the lights off, so they never saw anything, right? But then then he's just like being like,
just can't
he's
find
like
it.
slapping her thigh, like trying to find it, like, and she's just sitting there and he's just like, hold on, give me a second.
She's like, mm-mm.
And he's like,
Mm-mm.
wait.
It's like trying to pick a lock. Just keep
No, that's
missing.
what I'm saying. It's like,
And then
he's like, wait, no, I think I found it.
and then he
Not
fucking,
even the G spot, finding the opening.
and he's still like fucking
and then she's like, wrong hole. He's like, wrong one, because my fan.
how many holes do you have down there?
That's what I'm saying.
That has to have happened.
But for their whole lives?
Not for their whole lives, I don't think. But maybe.
Oh
I do.
my
We
God.
talked about this before, I think with Michaela, where like there had to have been like generations of women who just like didn't orgasm at all because of like.
There are women still today that don't think women orgasm and it's a myth. Women.
Right, but the information is now more widespread.
Right. You can orgasm.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Believe in yourself.
Don't believe in him. Believe in yourself.
Right.
Or herself.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Exactly. I meant like, okay, if
You were trying to be inclusive. But
yeah,
it was
like you can believe. I mean, don't trust him or her. Just trust yourself.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Can't we hear slap my thigh for like a minute?
It's like, what?
Like the sound effect of like. Just like trying. And you know it probably sounds like that too.
It'd be like, yeah. Just smacking around.
So sorry. Such a kid.
We've only gotten 2. We've only done 2.
Lights off.
3. I mean, I feel like just like the basics, right? Like you have to go with like your core. Missionary, doggy.
Mm-hmm. The one where you lay on your stomach, and the other one it's like the 2 turtles going.
Yeah.
Like you never
sea turtles.
Wait, because no, you never were in school. So because like when you're like in like elementary school, they do this and they do this, and then people are like doing this, and they're like, this is 2 turtles having sex.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Wow.
My brother didn't tell me that one. My only other classmate.
Oh I just went to a fucked up school, but I'm pretty sure people have had like experiences like that.
Yeah, probably. Just not homeschooled kids.
Yeah. I mean, you probably would have had hands-on education if your, parents left the door unlocked or something.
I was like, I don't know if I want to get into that, but like, have you ever walked in on your parents?
I actually have a really crazy story.
Yeah, I did. I did when I was growing up. But you just don't recover from that.
I completely forgot about it, but thank you for reminding me. And I told my sisters about it, and they're like, "Nuh-uh." I was like, "Uh-huh." But but we were in a camper.
Oh God.
And we were all. I'll tell a story.
Everybody in one camper?
Okay, so my parents we had this camper. It was like one of those drivable ones, and it had like a bed over the top. Mm-hmm. So 3 people could sleep up there, and then one person can like sleep on the couch. And my parents had like a bed in the back, and it was like they could like close this like a door, or like a closet door that hooked up, so it was like kind of like a privacy door. Yeah. And I was like I think I was like a mid-teenager at this time, and I was like always bored because I think this is like before internet was even on phones or shit. So I was like, I'm just gonna read this book, and I was reading like a really good book. I don't remember what book it was now, but I was like in the bathroom with the light on, just reading my book because everyone else is like, we're gonna go to bed. And I'm like, okay, well, I just want to read this book, so I was reading it, and the bathroom is towards the back, and then the camper.
Oh no!
Starts to shake.
Don't come knocking if the camper starts rocking.
And the craziest thing is, it was dead silent.
Wow.
Completely silent.
That takes skill to like rock the whole camper,
it's just like
and it's not making a sound.
I hope my mom doesn't watch this. And then my dad, thankfully it was dark. Mm-hmm. And my dad was gonna like open the bathroom door, and I'm just like sitting there with the book. He slams the door. He's like, "Go to bed." I didn't see anything.
Oh, so he walked in.
He tried to walk into the bathroom to probably like go to the bathroom, and I'm like sitting there with the book, being like.
That's different though, because that means that like you. I mean, was your dad still naked?
I think he was naked. That's why he closed the door really quickly, but I didn't see anything.
Okay, so for a brief moment, you saw one of your parents naked. I'm talking.
No, I didn't see him naked. It was so dark, I didn't even see him. I just saw him, I saw the door open, and then it just closed. And he was like, and I hear my dad yell, "Go to bed!"
So, no offense, but I don't think that's a crazy story. Because when I was like, all of my stories are when I was like 8. Like,
what is with you? Like, what did your parents do to you?
My 8th year was like my most formidable year, right?
Oh
I was either like 8 or 9, but I like heard noises from downstairs, like could hear a whole bunch of things going on, right? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so I walked downstairs, and at 9, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I opened the door and walked out into like the living room, and like lights are all on. There is no like missing what I'm seeing. Just saw both of my parents like in the middle of things.
Was it like in the middle of the night?
It was like later. It was probably like 10 or 11. Like, so like I should have been in bed, but I was like wanted to know what I was like hearing down the stairs, right? Because like it was not silent, dude. It was not. And so I walked down the stairs, and my brother said that like he could hear what was happening. And so I was like, I was crying about something. I don't know what I was crying about. I was like a very sad 8-year-old apparently. I was going through a lot of shit at the time.
Sounds like you were going through a lot of shit when you're like 8 to 10 years old.
I was. Yeah, we were just talking about this before the podcast, how I had to like basically diagnose myself with OCD when I was 8.
But go back to the original story.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I was like, I opened the door and then I like see them like in the act, both of them completely naked. And it was like staring at like a train wreck, right? And so it was like for like it felt like 5 minutes. It was probably like 1 second, but it felt like an entire minute that I was like, and then I like closed the door, and I was just like, so that image.
So
is
wait,
like,
did they have like a bedroom downstairs?
No, it was on the couch.
Oh, because you opened a door, so there was a door to the living room.
Yeah, we had like basically it was like the living room, and then you would go out, and then when you turned to the right, there was a door that went up the stairs.
Okay, I was like, because I know some people just walk into their parents' room, just like outright.
No, yeah, it was like in the living room on the couch.
I mean, it's their house.
Yeah, I mean they had every right to do that, but it's for me like there's no.
You'll never unsee that.
There's no processing through that and like getting rid of that memory. It's just forever burned in there.
You can't just like just kind of like block it out a little bit, like just like.
It's usually blocked out, but then when like this kind of topic comes up, then it pops.
Yeah, like
back
I
in.
completely like blocked out the camper thing until you're like, and then they have like.
Did you ever walk into your parents? I think I also one time when we were traveling, we were in like all in the same hotel room, and I could hear them. And that was just...
Unfortunately, my sister had her room. They shared a wall. Like when she was growing up. And she goes... And she told... all she said... You should have seen her face when she said this. She goes, yeah, they're really active. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ!
They're really active. Yeah, I was like laying there and it was like in the same hotel room. And I was just like, there weren't enough pillows to like lay on like one side of my head. And I was just like, this is fine. This is fine.
Damn, your parents must have think that they were sneaky or something, or they just didn't give a fuck.
I think, yeah, it was one of the two, but they were not sneaky, so they probably just didn't give a fuck.
The way you just look down in like sad defeat.
They probably didn't.
They probably just didn't.
Yeah.
They gotta, and then your dad's like, they probably gotta learn somehow.
No, actually, I think all of the like the talk was for my mom. When I was growing up, like my dad didn't like talk about that, and then I knew what sex was. I was like 13, and he tried to make like a joke where he was like, "Oh, like we're gonna talk about the birds and the bees," and I was like, "Dad, I know what sex is."
Oh wow, that's funny.
And like I was just like, "Are you actually trying to do this right now?"
Point blank, Dad, I know what sex is, and your dad's like, "Oh, okay."
It stopped the conversation. It was basically like that. He's just like, "Oh, okay."
Because your dad's like, "Oh, I figured out when I was 13 too." Because my dad probably told him when I was. I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah. I started asking my mom those questions at like 6. So my poor mother had to try to explain that to like a 6-year-old.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of developmentally
appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, eventually you'd be like, why isn't my pee hard? I actually saw like a video of like a mom was just, I guess, recording, and the kid goes like, and the kid was like, mom, and she's like, yeah. He goes, my pee-pee's hard. She goes, oh my God, no. She like stopped the video.
Kids are like that though. Trying to figure out how, like, why all of that's happening and things. And it's hard to explain it in like a kid appropriate way. Those are the moments where like improv comes in handy when I'm like a parent. Because I'm just like,
you just like lied. You just like been like, you came from the stork. Like,
well, no, my daughter's 3, so she doesn't ask about those kind of things yet. But I have a feeling that I would take a similar approach to how my mom did, but not quite as scientific. Like, she would just answer my questions, but she basically would like show me a book, and it was a bunch of like microscope pictures of like an embryo and like sperm and an egg.
Yeah, I would probably show that. I would be like, oh, there's an egg and there's a sperm. They come together, they make a baby. I wouldn't necessarily go into the mechanics of how those things met.
Yeah, but then for me, like all growing up, like sex was a very like science thing. It was like there was no like nothing else like interesting about it. I was just like, it's like fertilization and then gestation.
I mean, that kind of explains a lot.
Yeah, it does.
But it also is like kind of good because you weren't out there slanging it probably when you were a teenager.
No, I was not slanging it.
No, I didn't slang it either, but still.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
We only got two. Wait, no, we got to 4.
No, yeah.
4. So we need a 5th position.
No, because I saw the turtle one.
Yeah, that was 4. Because we said reverse Mongolian, missionary, turtle, doggy.
Lights out.
That was missionary.
Oh. What's the one where it's like you're back to back, but like on your side?
Back to back and on your side.
No, or like back, not back to back. That you're like what?
I
meant like you're spooning.
Oh.
Sorry, that's.
I think that's been. I've heard that referred to as lazy doggy. So that's a fifth one. Yeah, lazy doggy is good. I don't know what to call it, but like when you want, like one of you sitting up on something.
Sitting up?
Yeah, like the girl is sitting up on something.
You mean cowboy?
No, like on like a counter or a table or something.
Oh.
I don't know what you call that.
I don't know. Well, cowboy's another one.
Cowboy, yep.
Reverse cowboy.
Oh, well, can we count it like as like reverse or forward cowboy? Because I like forward cowboy. I like to ride into the sunset, not away from the sunset, you know.
I'm sorry, I need a second because you said that with such earnesty and you like looked me in the eyes. I'm like,
forward cowboy.
I can't. That was still a little too much.
I'm trying to imagine what forward cowboy would even be.
You're like,
that's just missionary.
But you looked at me, but you like, I don't know, I don't want to show my eyes, but this is what you like. Like you're like, that's the one I like. You're like, yeah, that one. You know, Heather?
It's for science.
Hey, babe, you want to try something for science?
On our Patreon, we'll get your boyfriend in here. And that's at 8 o'clock. That's when I leave. Yeah.
No comment.
No.
I feel like we need
an 8, 9, 10, and then we're through this top 10.
It's the most earnest male thing I've ever seen you do.
Forward cowboy.
Yeah, Heather. Because Tristan is usually
it's a fake position. There's no such thing as forward cowboy, so that's why I lean so hard into that.
No, oh yeah, I'm sure you do lean hard into it.
Lean hard into the forward cowboy. You just said it
like just so like you, because like Tristan usually isn't like a broy bro.
No.
But that was the most bro I've ever seen. Like, yeah, that one.
Forward cowboy.
Oh my god. I just couldn't handle
Clint
it.
Eastwood, just be like, yeah, I like forward cowboy. Like,
oh my god.
Put in the comments if you've ever tried forward cowboy.
Oh my god. It's not calling for. What's the one where like he's sitting down and then, you know?
It's like reverse cowgirl, but
he's sitting down.
Sitting.
And
I don't know.
Kind of like standing.
Yeah. I don't know what that's called, but yeah.
What's the one? I'm going into too much detail. I feel like we're telling to each other way too much.
Well, I think we have to include up against a wall too.
Oh, true. What is the one? Like, what's the one where and then my boyfriend's gonna come out of his office and be like, "What the fuck were you talking about?" With Tristan.
I love how we don't know the names for any of them either.
But what's the one where you're like you're the receiver's like laying on the bed, but like you're on the edge of the bed.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
And then the legs are up on the shoulders.
Pigeon. No.
Pigeon.
I'm sure there's a position called pigeon pose. Like.
Probably. That's a yoga thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, just like we just need this to be like, you know, it just needs to be something like a, you know, like the reverse noodle, and you're laying on the bed and he's just doing. We just need to come up with random names.
I know reverse noodle.
Wait, okay, is that enough? Are we done yet?
Yeah,
oh my god,
that was the 10th. Yeah.
Did you come yet? I mean, did we come to the conclusion?
We came to the conclusion of that top 10. Yeah.
Come with us to our Patreon.
We've teased a Patreon that doesn't exist for 10 episodes now, and it's always sexual. If we actually made a Patreon, it would not be sexual.
To be honest with you, like, would people actually watch us if it wasn't sexual?
Oh, that's true. Like, what extra content could we even make? I feel like we could just it would be like an uncensored version of the podcast. Like, it would be like all the things that we're like, oh, we probably shouldn't say that. We could just say that on the Patreon.
And then it would be leaked and then we'd be canceled.
Maybe.
You're like, what the fuck do we talk about?
We don't
follow our Patreon to find out.
Look on our Patreon. all our cancelable topics.
It would be like,
we haven't said anything honestly that would get us canceled. We're just
what if
more
it was
careful.
just like, I know I'm like obsessed with the feet idea, but what if we just got all of Problem Child and it was just like all of our feet together in different poses?
You know how we've convinced Peter to do that is we just say that we're going to do it
Why
as
did
magnets.
you immediately say Peter?
Because if I say anybody else, it's weird, right? Like that's the safest one that I could bring up. But we would just have to make it to where they're all on like Polaroids and it's magnets.
I was gonna say magnets in between toes.
It's just magnets between toes. Yeah. We need to have once Peter gets those magnets, we need to have him on the podcast to talk about that. That's a little teaser. I
just realized I'm not wearing shoes right now and people can see my feet.
Yeah. You're giving it out for free.
Oh my god.
It's just a teaser.
Just censor my toes.
There's gonna be like pictures of it like zoomed in.
Okay, like if you like my feet, then you're a special person. My feet aren't gross, but my feet aren't also like they're not pretty feet.
My feet are gross. Like I have like.
Oh no, you're wearing socks.
Yeah, I'm wearing. No, I'm not giving that to anybody for free, dude. Nobody.
No, my dogs are out, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think honestly, like people who like feet, there's not really like a discrimination between different kinds of feet. It's just if you're a foot person, you're a foot person.
If you're a foot person, follow our Patreon.
Yeah. There will be feet at some point, I'm sure.
You know what I realized? Like, you know when people say like like you have a joke, like, oh yeah, I really like that thing, but then the joke becomes real because you reinforce it so much.
You're a foot person.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do this anymore.
I'm not like a foot person. I like having my feet appreciated, I would say.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's personal. That's up to you, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I like foot massages.
You just want
I like foot massages.
You do. I think you just also want like that like affirmation.
I do. If someone touches your feet, it does really stroke my ego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know that if posting your pictures like of your feet somewhere, I don't think it's your ego they'd be stroking.
Be the feet.
Or something else.
What?
If like feet pictures, like people don't stroke egos when they see feet pictures, you know.
Oh, they stroke their feet as well.
Their own feet. Oh my god.
Could you? What if people like? Wait, we need to do a skit where like a dude is just looking at his own feet. Like, this has devolved into something really stupid.
This episode, honestly, I mean, it's 10th episode. We can do whatever we want, you know. We're in the double digits now, baby.
Oh Lord.
And we're not stopping here.
No, and we're not stopping at my feet.
So we did sex positions. What else do we have on here? Top 10 treats or like cheat foods. We'll go very simple with the next one. For me, ice cream. That's like my weakness.
Good to know. I'll keep it in my freezer. So I'll be like, you want a little food? You want a
You want
you want a little snack?
When I start to be an ass, you're like, yeah, you seem like you might need a little treat.
Wait, what's your favorite flavor?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
And I know where to get the dairy-free one too.
Yep. That's kind of like, yeah, that's my weakness. That's my little treat that I give myself usually.
I don't know
every
if
day.
I have like my go-to used to be cinnamon rolls.
Oh, hell yeah.
Used to be cinnamon rolls. I also had a really big thing for sweet tart ropes.
Oh, like sour candy? See, I'm like
candy.
It has to be like I was about to say savory. Not savory, but with sweet things, like anything that's like artificial fruit flavor is like not it.
Oh my god, I used to love that shit.
Except for Skittles. I like Skittles.
I can, but now I can't really eat those anymore. So, but like the last time I think like when I got sweet tarts, I think that last time we hung out, I was like, I'm being so bad right now.
I'm so bad.
I'm being so bad.
With my sweet tarts.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like as I gotten older, like I'm not really, usually it's like alcohol. Or like an alcoholic drink or like a sweet drink. Like, I think I usually like, I'm like, no, I shouldn't. No.
You know what though? That counts as a treat.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that's like my treat. Or like Starbucks.
Yeah, like coffee.
Starbucks. So yeah, getting a nice coffee from Dunkin' is cheaper, by the way. But like, you know.
One of my big like cheat things is I'll combine them kind of like either pizza or like cheesy garlic bread. Ooh. Like something that's just a bunch of carbs and cheese. We're back at cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had like some homemade pizza last night. It was like so good.
Homemade pizza is the best. Mm-hmm. Like it's obviously easier to get it from like a chain, so sometimes I'll do that. But like if you make it at home, it's like you put like your heart and soul into it.
It's
and
pretty good.
Like, I appreciate my own effort.
I double pepperonied it, so I put the pepperoni under the cheese and above the cheese.
Yeah.
So good.
2 pepperonis, 1 pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bisexual means 2. Bi pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So number 7. What's another good treat that I usually do? I've recently like rediscovered like snack cakes, like the like Little Debbie.
Oh my god,
like
those used to be my
Twinkies,
shit.
Zebra cakes.
The zebra cakes, bro. I was obsessed with the zebra cakes.
They make one.
I want one so bad right now. Can we go get them?
Yeah, we need to go do that after.
What time is it? Can we go? No, fuck.
Yeah. Well, we're almost through. I think we have like 2 more lists.
I really want them so bad right now.
Yeah.
It's probably because I'm hungry.
But they made one this year where I know maybe they've had them previous years, but I've never like knew it. But they make like a pumpkin roll thing. It's like a small. It's like the Swiss roll, but it's a pumpkin version, and I'm like obsessed with those currently.
Oh, my like big thing, like my biggest treat, especially with alcohol, was like hard cider.
Oh yeah.
And especially since it's becoming the fall, I've been craving the hard cider.
Yeah.
I haven't given in yet.
I'm gonna combine like regular cider and hard cider because I would agree about like regular cider. I don't know. I drink hard cider.
I think I could make really good like a warmed, like a spiced. Like you get like regular cider from the store, then you get like Captain Morgan's spiced rum.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put them together and you like let it simmer a little bit. So it doesn't cook off all the alcohol, and then you like let it simmer, so it's like spiked. You put a cinnamon stick in there.
It's like a warm
cider.
I think that could potentially be problematic for me as far as like alcohol consumption, because like a warm drink, I'm much more likely to like.
Really warm? Yeah, I'm more likely to sip warm drinks versus like cold drinks. I usually just like chug those.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
It's called balance, you know. So. We need a 9 and 10 for treats.
Oh, I said hard cider.
That was 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is such a stupid episode.
I like it though.
I don't know if it's as fun as the other ones. Like we're actually kind of trying to stick to a list.
Yeah. Well, I've had fun with it. I don't know.
I've had fun. Yeah, I've had some fun.
It's got structure, but we've had, we're like loose and.
Oh, right. You need structure for your OCD. I like to just go off.
Yeah, I was like, Heather,
I like to go
10th
off.
episode, we need 10 lists of 10 things. Like,
I was like, do people really want to listen to our rankings of stuff?
It's like BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed does that all the time.
I know, but like I don't like those videos.
But we're not doing like welcome to BuzzFeed top 10 things. Today we'll be counting down the top 10 sex positions.
That's true. They do have lists like that. I need to go look. You know what? We need to go look on that and see what those fucking positions are called. Because I'm like, know the one where you're like on the bed. You're like, I don't know.
There's like one
That's
where you're laying there
something.
and laying there.
I think I even Googled sex positions and they were like the one-legged blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bitch.
They all have like
just
names.
call it.
And whenever you're looking for them, it's always like, I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I'm not athletic.
I'm like, how are you like.
I'm tired now.
It's like playing Twister.
Yeah, you're tired. And then they have to hold themselves in a weird way. And then you have to like weirdly like half squat. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I'm just tired.
You're doing like Pilates the entire time. It's like, no.
And then that's how you pull your hamstring.
Yeah.
And then that's on the list.
Then that's
of
back
things
to our
you
number
don't
one.
hear.
See, this is a good episode. We got callbacks.
Wait. Okay, so a treat. Oh God.
Yeah, we need some more treats.
I just generally would say chocolate.
Chocolate, like a chocolate bar.
Or like I get little like a little chocolate bar.
Mm-hmm. And number 10, I definitely like savory things, like just something fried, like mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks.
Or we can be specific and just say mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella. Oh my God, bro! I would like my mom.
A good example also of why mozzarella is the most team player cheese, because you can literally wrap it in breading and deep fry it, and it's still great.
Good.
Little marinara.
I know. Like my mom would always be like, for Christmas we have a thing called Munch Fest where we just make a bunch of like side dishes and whatever, like pierogies, meatballs, just like a bunch of little side stuff. So we call it Munch Fest. And every single year she goes, Heather, because we each got what we wanted. She goes, what do you want? And I'll be like, mozzarella sticks. Mozzarella sticks, bro. I cannot have mozzarella sticks anymore. Like they make me sick.
Well, it's probably the dairy.
It's honestly not as much of the dairy. It's also the grease.
Yeah, that's the thing.
can't
Mozzarella
greasy
sticks are
stuff
like a
anymore.
combination of both.
I can't handle both because like I've literally like eaten it and then I'm like.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Munchfest sounds like a very Caucasian behavior.
Bro, it is like the best thing.
Yeah.
Out
You're
of
like every
Caucasian
Christmas we would just all pick a side dish and we called it Munchfest.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not being shamed for my Munchfest. That's a family tradition I will uphold.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
good tradition, but I'm just saying, like, it's pretty white.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't know.
I'm not being shamed for being white. Of all the things to be shamed for, I'm not going to be shamed for Munchfest.
Yeah.
All right?
I'll defend
All right.
Munchfest to the day I die. It's good. I'm not trying to shame a family tradition.
I know, but
just,
you're making fun of me.
Yeah, how does it feel? It doesn't feel good.
No, at least I don't have a square head.
Woohoo! We're back.
I'm so sorry, but I'm not right now.
Honestly, like, I take that as a compliment because, like, a square jaw is typically considered...
You do have a very sharp jawline.
Yeah. Yep. In the top of my head, I can grow my hair out and look like Lord Farquaad again, and then the top of my head's round, you know, and it will help balance out.
I don't know. I mean, like with your hair grown out, and like I think I had looked at an old video of when we went down to Dane and we did a show, and you had like the hair, and you were wearing like I think like you were wearing like a white shirt, and it was like tucked into some pants, and I was like, this will look. You could look kind of like a gay hippie.
Yeah. I mean, that's always kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah.
You know? Gay hippie or lesbian. That's like my style. I have 2 speeds. Or like athletic dad. That's what I'm doing today.
Athletic dad in your hoochie daddy shorts.
Mm-hmm. Athletic daddy. That's me.
I'm like literally trying not to like scream into this mic about how stupid, how funny your shit is that you say. Like we can make fun of my appearance too. It's just I feel like it's easier for me to make fun of other people.
Yeah. I generally
look
don't
like-
like to make fun of people's appearance just because I don't want to give people like a complex.
Am I giving you a complex?
I mean, maybe just a little.
Oh, because that's
I
what
did get
happened
a-
last time too. Because I reinforced Michaela's trauma. I made fun of Peter for something, and then you're like, Heather, you're just like reinforcing people's trauma.
You're a humbler. Is what you are.
Fuck.
There's people who build people up, and then there's people who humble others.
Heather the humbler.
You keep people Heather. Yeah, keep people humble. I can't even.
Keep people Heather. Bring them down to my level.
Heather the humbler. That could be like your like if you did Dungeons and Dragons, that could be your character.
Just a bard that instead of singing like really cool things, they sing just diss tracks.
You have a square head. Playing his little like lute
Yeah,
thing.
my
He's like,
God,
ding, ding,
I would
ding,
literally
ding.
write whole ditties. I would spend hours just writing whole ditties to like just diss all my friends.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be like, it was so hilarious when you couldn't breathe in my car. The window was locked. And you were banging to get out, but you could not.
Okay, you're actually really good at that.
I feel like I could be a bard. If I played D&D, I would probably
You
be a
would.
bard.
I would be like, I always thought I would be a bard because they like a bard is usually the player and they hook up with everybody, and I would be like, I want to be a character, and I would just be like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fuck everybody. But I think I would be like more of like a not magical, but like what is it? Someone that does
Mage?
magic.
Is it mage?
Not mage, but it's called like a dryad.
A druid?
Druid, like a druid, like, but it's not like, but I wouldn't be like a wizard. I'd be like a warrior, knows some magic.
Like a wizard adjacent.
Yeah.
I could see that. All right, so our last 2 top 10 lists. Actually, no, yeah, we're down to 2. So top 10 destinations. This can be like places you've been or places you want to go.
Oh. Like places I've been / I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10. I mean, I've been to Bruges, Belgium. That was a really cool place. They like spoke like 4 different languages. It was like you walk down the street and you hear like 5 different languages. It was insane. It was awesome. Cool. Like the waiter, that we went to a restaurant, the waiter spoke 3 different languages. So we went to a different table, spoke a completely different language. Came to us, spoke English, of course, because we're loud Americans. Scotland. Just in general.
Just Scotland, yeah.
I mean, Edinburgh was really cool.
I'd agree with that one.
Glasgow was
I
pretty
haven't
cool.
Been,
I'm just showing off how white I am.
for mine, like places I want to go would be like Seattle.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in like the Pacific Northwest.
Oh my God, I don't know if I would want to go to Seattle. My boyfriend's friend, she just moved out there. I hope you're having a good time. But she goes, Heather, they have an app for they have an app specifically that pinpoints where homeless people have shit on the street, and then they have people that will use the app, and then they'll go to the spot and they'll clean up the shit.
Damn.
But she said there's an app specifically tracking shit of homeless people. So like so you could look at it and be like, okay, well, if I'm gonna walk down this street, I gotta make sure.
There's a pile of shit on the sidewalk.
I'm not even kidding. Like she literally was like, there is an app.
That's such a mood, though. I still think.
What kind of mood? Like you want to pick up another adult person's shit.
It's like
you're
ambiance.
not being paid. The ambiance of shit.
Yeah, shitty Seattle. Maybe honestly, I would take Portland.
I
too.
would go. Yeah, I would go for like the culture because there's just so much stuff there. There's so many interesting people there. People bike around naked because it's legal there. I mean,
it's
a whole. It's
anywhere
like,
in like the Northwest. It's just like it's a different country.
I think like for our Midwestern values. I mean, because like I know we're like whatever we're Midwesterners and we have innate values from the Midwest, and we think we're open-minded. Well, we go there, I'd be like, bro, I'm not doing this. I'd be like, this is just like not.
I think I would enjoy it.
I think you would because you're a sick fuck.
Maybe a little. I did just say that shit on the street would be ambiance, you know.
I'm so sorry.
I think another.
That was just like.
You just rattle it off.
I am so sorry. But I'm like secretly not sorry.
No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Number 4 places I want to go. I really want to go to Rome.
Maybe Rome's like a maybe for me because my mom was like, it was like. She said it was like okay, but the only story she told me about Rome is like she went to the bathroom at some tourist place and there was like some lady, like a bathroom attendant. And, you know, mom's like, I want the bathroom. The lady handed me, I don't know, paper towel or something. And then she was like, give me money. And then, like, because you have to pay bathroom attendant, like, you have to pay them. And my mom is like, she goes, and if you would leave the bathroom and not pay her, she'd chase you out the bathroom screaming at you.
Wow.
To, like, tip her.
Yeah, that's definitely that'd be like
that's what I'm saying shock. Is, like, you know.
That's one thing, though. I'd want to go to Rome for, like, the history.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think you would just have to, like, go. I mean, I feel like it's so touristy, but I would try to find like, you know, the authentic whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
And probably like hold it. Just don't use the bathrooms.
You know how much I have to go to the bathroom and pee.
Just wait till you go back to the
I'm a
hotel.
nervous peer.
Yeah. But would the Colosseum make you nervous?
I think maybe all the people. And
maybe. Also
I think Rome is also like a top trafficking place. I just have that feeling.
I mean, it's a very common like destination, so it makes sense.
Yeah, so I feel like it would be like a pretty big sex trafficking place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5 this is a place that I have been. Niagara Falls is cool.
Yeah.
Because it's not like over the top. It's just kind of like, oh, this is cool.
It's very like if you go, like I'll never forget. Because I went. Did you go when you were a kid? I went when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think I was like 11, maybe 10.
Yeah, and I was like I think I went twice, but when I was a kid, I think I was like probably like not even like 8. But I will never forget like the mental image of just like this huge, like just hundreds of feet of water just like going down. I mean, I'd never forget just seeing that. Like I still have it in my mind, like the mental image of it in my mind today. I don't have many mental images of
a lot of things. Because like, because you know, like some people are like they don't have an internal monologue. Yeah.
I think I'm one of those people who like they're like, can you visualize this in your mind? I think like Michaela asked me or something. She goes, can you visualize like things in your mind? And the answer is like, I can, but they're not like crystal clear images. They're like almost like imagine like a shadow of an image.
That's interesting. Do you think in words?
Yes and no. Like my thoughts and words come to me automatically, but sometimes I have to imagine what a word looks like to spell it, or I have to, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily think in words. I like store information more as like a picture or like a shape or a graph or something like, and that's sometimes why when I'm trying to explain something to somebody, it's very hard for me to explain how something works. You
mentally store pictures of things or events?
Yeah, like
that's
pictures,
so interesting to me.
Or like I will have like an image of a concept in my mind. like my brain will store something as like a shape of organized information rather than like the words.
Yeah, no, my mind doesn't work like that. That's like so fascinating to me.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes it to where like sometimes I will understand something and someone will be like, how does this work? And I have to try to like translate in my mind, like, well, this box and then this box and then everything goes from this one to this one. And I'm like,
I know, that's like, to me, I don't know. My mind is like, I don't think I could even like describe like how my mind processes or stores information. Because it's usually, I think it's usually triggered by words.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I remember like this word triggers a memory of like a video, and it's like never like a crystal clear image. It's like a shadow of a thing.
Yeah. But that's why I think that's what makes it interesting for me to try to do like stand up, is because of so much of it is like words. You're memorizing like the words, and for me it's like I more have like just a concept of like the joke.
Oh, because maybe I'm like maybe you have like more of an audio based memory, and you have more of like a picture based or visual memory.
I think so. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I don't remember. Where were we up on destinations? I think it was 6. So we need 7.
You said yeah, 7. In America, I know like
just anywhere.
We went to Nashville. It was pretty cool. There was also a bathroom attendant there.
Weird. They're everywhere, man.
Nashville was cool. I think the place we really wanted to go to Toronto, actually, like Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
Another place we really wanted to go was Spain.
Spain would be a good one, yeah.
I'm probably gonna like Malaga, Spain, or Malaga.
Malaga, yeah, I think.
I really want to go to Malaga, Spain, because I researched it. Okay, what's like the like warmest place in Spain we could go? Maybe in the winter, right? Because our anniversary is in the winter, and it was like because Malaga, Spain's like right in the Mediterranean, so it stays Mediterranean
like a nice
temperature.
Yeah. Oh, number 10 place I want to go is Greece.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to go to Greece.
You know, I would want to go to Greece, and I would pay so much money to go on a food tour.
Yeah.
Of rural Italy or Greece.
There's certain places in Greece though where you can stay where basically like no one chooses to go, so it's way cheaper to go there.
Oh yeah.
It's like different like fishing villages and stuff. So I'd want to go to like one of those places.
The food there would probably be so good.
It would be. That's like my favorite like genre. Like my favorite type of food is like Mediterranean
food's really good.
It's like very good for you too. Like the Mediterranean diet is insanely
I would want to go to Greece, and I want to go where they have all the blue buildings.
That's I think Santorini, right?
Yeah,
in Greece.
I think so. I want to go there. I want to eat their food in like the tapas in Spain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to do that.
Just a food vacation.
Even Portugal, I want to go to like maybe like Lisbon, Portugal.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to our final list now. And this one is, we can either do this one seriously or not, but top 10 self-care strategies.
I thought it was going to be top 10 things I hate about you, because I said that, and then you're like, no.
No. We've already done that.
I hate your square.
We've listed 10 things we hate about each other throughout this podcast anyway.
No, you didn't. You didn't say. I basically roasted you, and you just agreed.
I'm honestly nice. I'm a pretty nice person most of the time.
I think I just say what I think, and then that's...
And it's usually mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my top 10...
Just the pause and moving on.
Top 10 self-care.
Not being mean to your friends.
Friendship, yeah. That'd be like hanging out with friends. Number 2, rubbing one out.
Yeah, I was like... But yeah, we literally just talked about 2 sexists. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like self-care is funnier if you make jokes.
Yeah. Working out.
Yep, that's a good one. I do
working
that.
out after rubbing one out. Or
I do it the other way around. Because if you like rub one out, then all of your like testosterone and everything is like you like.
Yeah, I mean I have that too when I also touch my penis.
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah, I do.
Spending time in nature.
Yeah, I think like they said it's really good. I don't know if they're like you have to look at water. If you live by water, you're like the healthier for it.
Yeah, that is like calming.
So like your mind needs to see water, so you need to go by a lake or live by the ocean or live by a pond. I'm like, fuck.
Or you just go up to your sink and...
Yeah, no, I was just like, do I need to just like stare at the bathtub for like 5 minutes?
I can look at water in my house, okay?
Yeah. And I think self-care is really hard to pin down because some people maybe like to create art.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some people like to do podcasts on the weekends.
Yeah. Self-care. Doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I definitely don't
I feel like,
this. No,
like self-care strategies for ourselves or just like we would recommend to other people?
I honestly was imagining coming up with a bunch of funny ones, like jacking off.
Oh, I took it seriously, right? I didn't go.
But we can do serious ones too.
No, I didn't.
Let
me. Let me yes and I can do it.
We need
I
five.
can do it.
We need 5
more.
more.
I can yes and it. I'm doing the reverse Mongolian.
Yep, that's a good one. Drunk texting your ex.
Drunk texting your ex.
Yeah.
Crashing your car.
Yep.
Yeah, just so you can walk everywhere.
Like in a
exercise,
like Charlie XCX kind of sense. Like I crashed my car into a bridge.
Okay.
Because you stopped giving a fuck.
And I love it.
I don't care. I love it. Yeah. Because that's taking care of yourself.
You know, I was gonna say crazy shit, but I don't know if I should say it. You go. Bullying your friends.
Yeah, bullying your friends. We did do spending time with friends, but yeah, bullying your friends. And I think the 10th one would be calling your parents and letting them know what they did wrong. And
then them telling you that like to go fuck yourself.
That's not how I remember it.
No. I feel like especially boomers, they would just say go fuck yourself. Like I don't care.
That's generally what happens.
Yeah.
All right, that was a long time that episode, but we got through our 10 top 10s for number 10.
So stupid.
10 episodes so far, comedic behavior therapy. Many more coming your way.
You don't want to know what we're gonna do when we hit 30.
Yeah, we definitely have something planned for that. 30. We're gonna call it Dirty 30. No.
Oh my god.
Dirty number 30.
That's a good one.
Yeah. For 100, I don't know. We're gonna have to do something crazy.
Start a Patreon.
Yeah. We'll have 100 toes for our 100th episode.
That's good. Wait. 5,
10. That's 10 people. 10 people, assuming that they have all of their toes, though. So if we get some people with less, that's gonna throw off.
Yeah,
our
we're
math.
gonna have to get more toes.
But we want to be inclusive.
Do cat toes count?
Aren't those beans? They're not toes. They're beans.
I mean, that's what random Caucasian people call them, but they're toes.
Yeah. Now I'm doing the white people shit. Well, I have been Tristan Shea.
I've been Heather Scott, and I've never been more fucking confused.
I know what's going on. This was a very organized episode.
Yeah, but it's just been okay.
It was 10 by 10 for 10.
That's math. Just too. Do I look like I know math to you? I'm a woman.
I think women are capable of doing math. Shut the fuck up.
Women are bad at math because I'm bad at math. Help me, please. I need an education.
Not all women.
Not all women.
Yeah. This has been episode 10 of Comedic Behavior Therapy. Thank you for listening.
I like how you think I'm always just like fine. You're just like, Heather, I don't think about your physical essence or what you look like. You're like, you could be a pug and I would still just be like, wow, it's a talking pug named Heather.
I think so. I think I actually would. Are you asking that question without asking it?
Do I look like a pug?
Would I still be friends with you if you were a pug? Is that what this is?
like the version of like, would you still be friends with me if I was a worm?
The worm thing, yeah. I think though, honestly, yeah, if you were a talking pug, if you could still do comedy and still do a podcast, I would be like, okay, Saturday at 4. Let's go.